Hi guys, Sain here, and in this video I would like to talk about how to draw anything using shapes and how to use those shapes to create something new. Before we start, if you like this video and find it helpful, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. And without wasting any time, let's get started. Now, let's get started. First things first, let's start with basics. Um, what By basics, I mean everything you see in this world is made by basic shapes. Basic shapes like a box, a sphere. A sphere looks like a circle until a terminator is drawn, which divides it into two parts, light and dark, and it shows that it's not flat. A cylinder and a pyramid. Now, anything you see in this world can be either one of these four, a combination, or modify shape. So, for example, a phone is a box like this. Maybe it's too thick, but you get the idea. An egg is a sphere, but that's modified. So it's like this. Maybe, yeah. A soda can is a cylinder, and the pyramid of Giza is a pyramid. So basically, if you get this, then you got the whole idea. Now, let's deconstruct this bird and I will show you how we can reconstruct it and use those same shapes to create something new. So first, when I look at it, let me first zoom in a little. Yeah, this is good. So I see this whole thing as a big sphere. Wait a second, I will create a new layer, lower the opacity, and now I will draw on top. So a big sphere, I will draw few guidelines to show as this is not flat. And this a big sphere, egg-like shape. And his head is also a egg-like shape, also three-dimensional. I think it's tapered in the front than back. I think the back is more rounded than the front. So I will write it down. I see a triangular shape, although this might look flat, but it's actually, I'm thinking about it three-dimensionally. And I think for the tail, also, I am not able to see it, but I am visualizing it. So I am thinking like, it doesn't mean that if I am unable to see something, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So now for this part, I w- I know that it's a cylinder-like shape. So a tapered cylinder. I will write these down. So also first let's draw his beak, a triangle shape. Okay. So how many triangles do we have? One, two, three, four. Four T. No, it's actually 5T. Sorry. A taper cylinder into one. And now I will use this information to reconstruct it. So here. So now let's reconstruct it. So first, I will draw the biggest shape. So if we see here, the biggest shape is this sphere, which is like this. And the second biggest shape are the wings. So I see that it's like this, and maybe I made it too big, but it's okay. I draw like this. I remember that it's not flat, and as I can see, it's a tapered cylinder. So an egg that's rounder at back and a little tapered at the front, a triangle, a triangle, another triangle-like shape, not exact triangle, and one in the back. So once I have this information here, maybe this one is not the best one, but I will show you how to use this same information to create this bird again. And this is the part where you need to study. Actually, once you have simplified, now you will have to learn about the anatomy of this bird, how it looks, and how does its wings function. It's actually a hummingbird. So uh, it will have different features and different wing functions than an eagle. So now I will hide this. Also this. I will create a new layer and I will show you how I can use this information. So I remember the body of this bird was an egg-like shape. Now, instead of drawing this in exact same angle, I will draw it in a different angle. With my knowledge, I know that the tapered cylinder is very flexible because they are able to move. I know that the egg-like shape. I will draw the egg-like shape, the triangle-like shape, and the I will connect to this. I will draw the eye. Now I will draw the triangle-like shape, which I remember is not flat, and another triangle-like shape. It's actually like this. And now I think the beak is too small, or now it's too big. So like this. Now here I don't know. When I use the reference, I didn't see if there were legs or not. So now what I will do is I will zoom out a little. And now what I will do is I will try to remember if I have in my real life seen it somewhere. So in my real life, I have seen a shape like this. I'm not sure if it's correct or not, but I got this right. So probably when I do this with the knowledge I have, this will look good. Maybe it's not the legs of this bird. Maybe I don't actually remember. I think I saw legs like this on a chicken. So chicken will have probably bigger legs than this bird because I think the chicken is larger than this bird. So a shape like this. So Now, once you have this, maybe let me first like make his legs a little smaller because it doesn't look good. Okay, okay. Maybe it needs to be a little back and a little smaller than this one. Yeah. So once you have this, now what you can do is now you can open the reference and start copying the details. And it won't be a copy. Why? You must ask why. Because you only use the shapes, not actual pose. So it's entirely new, not entirely like it's something new that you can use now. And this will train your imagination and your and you will be able to draw stuff like this from your imagination. And now your ability to draw 3D stuff will get better if you start drawing stuff like this. So now let's again do this. After this, you can clean this up, draw the details from the image, and now to get better at this, get knowledge about this bird. What does it eat? Where does it live? How many bones does it have? How does his bone structure work? Like all this stuff. How does his feet look? What's the color of this bird? And now it's time for you to acquire knowledge about this bird. Now let's do it one more time. The more we do it, the better we get. So I recommend you do this with reference multiple times. So you can actually uh, catch on the knowledge of this bird. Like you will remember this bird better. So again, we will use the biggest shape we remember. And if you don't draw it again, like if you don't draw this bird for a very long time, you might not remember. And the shapes we use to draw this bird, you might use this shapes for another bird. So whenever you draw another bird, there might be some similarities with in both these birds. So it will be much easier for you to draw this bird again. So I have only drawn this bird from reference one time. So once I do it again and again, it may not look like the bird I drew, but it will still look believable and it will look like a bird. Maybe not exactly like the bird we were seeing. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So I remember a sphere like this, and I remember like this. I remember a triangle-like shape again, which is not flat. I don't actually draw these. I call these are called form lines. I don't draw these again and again. It's just to show you guys. When I do it for myself, I just keep it in my mind. So the triangle-like shape and another triangle-like shape which goes behind this shape. Again, we will use this information. Actually, this information is not actually right, so you have to keep that in mind that this is, I'm not sure, not right. If we look at the bird and it matches, maybe it matches, then we can confirm that it's right. But for now, I will consider this. It's right to not break the flow, like when you're drawing. So yeah. So again, this shape, legs going back and then coming forward. This, this, and this something like this. And again for the back also. That. Now, this is it. You can do this with anything you want, and it will. The more difficult the subject gets, the harder it will become to remember that thing, the more steady it will require. So, as you can see, I only copied one time from the reference, not I only reconstructed it one time. See how much I am able to get out of it. So now think, if I do this multiple times, like if I do it 4 times, 5 times, then it's basically it will be printed in my mind and I will be able to get something out of some whenever I need it, I will be able to get it out, this information, and I will be able to use it. So yeah, after gathering some information and some reference, I decided to refine the left one and now enjoy.
Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Hope you like this video and find it helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for the future videos, make sure to comment them down below. And see you next time.